Gaming. You have clicked on this video, which means you like losing yourself in the depths of the greatest invention humanity has come up with. Well, at least since the personal barbecue carrier, that is. This is not a joke, that is a real invention, look at this. You play games, all of your friends play games. Probably even your mother plays games. Anyone who says they've never played any video game probably either doesn't remember or intentionally lies. With OG games like Tetris, Pong, Minesweeper, and the masterclass slasher game Doom, which can be played on a fucking microwave, by the way. Gaming really has some cool history behind itself. Almost every child of the past had quite the opportunity to flee reality and, catch a few Pokemon to trade them with their friends. Just in peace.
But take a look at how the gaming industry is right now. Popular games are the products of hardworking studios which hold insane achievements like Nintendo, Valve, Epic Games, Rockstar, Coffee Stain Studios, Face Punch, and Execution Studios. Wait. No, shit. Wrong page. These game studios bring out banger games, but there is a big problem. They take an absolute maniac amount of time and work to finish the good stuff. Think of GTA 6 for example, or a new 3D Mario, or Portal 3, Rust 2, or Half-Life 3, Elder Scrolls 6, or Overwatch 2? Never mind that. Speaking of Overwatch and their publisher Blizzard, you may remember the countless amounts of scandal Blizzard Entertainment had their employees abused with sexism, infernal working environments, sexual assaults against their own workers, overcrunching, and all that stuff. The YouTuber Jules has already made a very good video talking about this topic. Blizzard isn't the only horror of an employer in terms of working conditions, which in other game studios are also not the best. There's for example EA, one of the largest game publishers in the world. EA has faced criticism for its corporate culture and treatment of employees, including reports of long working hours and high pressure environments. But there are also game studios with some part of good working conditions. Here you can see the absolute masters in game design, like Valve, the developer behind the Steam platform and games like Half-Life, Portal and CSGO, which does have a unique approach to company culture, providing employees with high levels of autonomy and flexibility. Valve is known for its flat organizational structure and efforts to create a supportive work environment. Another big aspect of a lot of gaming studios is that they don't listen to their community's feedback. For example, there's Riot Games with Valorant. The community has been wanting a replay system since the creation of the game, so long so that hobby programmers already coded replay systems to show Riot Games that such a thing is not that hard to make. But still, to this point, Valorant has no replay system. After looking what the game studios have contributed to the current gaming industry, let's take a look at the games themselves. The first thing a lot of people think when they hear the word video game are the graphics. The graphics evolved a lot over the time and now slowly starting to reach the super realistic mark where it can't get any better. Take GTA 1 for example. When you compare it to the other GTA parts like GTA 2, 3, 4 and 5, you can clearly see how big the first changes were, but how slowly it is now evolving. The performances needed to run these games are also rising a lot because the studios think it is a good idea to make the maps even bigger in every new game they make. Especially the multiplayer section of this dilemma makes the whole processing power thing a lot worse, as every device has to send and receive data from the main servers with a speed of about 2000 calls per second. Even just a single Overwatch match with about 6 minutes and 10 players would need about 7.2 million calls to every device, considering that everyone has to display every other player's position, rotation, action, state, skin, speed, cooldown state, let me just shorten this up, a lot of data processing needed per device, at least more than 3. And more than 3 is the price of our beloved games. There are a lot of good games for a lot of money, but you can also get good games with less money. The price factor is around 20 to 60 euros. Right now, gaming has an interesting future ahead of itself, as some of the already named titles being released within the next 5 years, as well as some of the best full game releases for games like Satisfactory, Scrap Mechanic, and so on and so on. You get the deal. But considering how the gaming industry looks like right now, what will it look like in 2050? What is the best and worst possible thing that it can look like?
Which website do your shoes get sold on? With a style like this I can't go wrong. Put my clothes on, put my gold on. Thought that I was a victim, you were so wrong. Get sprayed up, you tryna roll on, shows on. Look at the girls in the line. Man, I got melts in love with the words that I rhyme. Even though I swear and I curse all the time. Saw me on the front cover of the magazine and she said that it's perfectly fine. Now she got the bees and the birds on her mind. Cause I could do uptown, I could do greasy. Yeah, I stay blurring the line.
First, I would like to begin with a scenario in which everything goes in favor of everyone. Let's start by saying every gaming developer, even EA, starts to put the player's happiness at the peak of their bucket list and read every review on Steam, keeping the contents in mind while working on the next update of the game. There will also be a huge rise when it comes to the amount of gaming studios, which leads to more bangers being created and an immensely rising number of workplaces. And with a rising number of workplaces in the company, the amount of people in there will be rising just as much, and there will be more reason to equalize the wage. Adding to that, there will be no sexism, no sexual actions, no discrimination and no racism. And what I forgot to mention before is that the work hours will be fair and you can take breaks whenever you want. Also, the payment will be better than right now. With all these changes, the employees won't need to work as much and take more breaks, bringing more quality into their work because they aren't as tired and probably even have more motivation because they are not treated like ants in an ant colony. Away from the studio side and going to the game side of the changes, the price of the games will shrink a lot to a point where the games only cost around 10 to 20 euros and have a lot of high quality content. The games will only have skins like the skins in Valorant and not skins like in Rust for in-game purchase, so you don't get any advantages within the game. For your understanding, Valorant skins only change things for yourself without giving you an advantage, whilst Rust skins can give you immense advantages resulting in pay to win. When it comes to the graphics of the games will have a very good quality for what the game is. GTA would be super realistic, for example, because the style of the game is that it is a game which gets more realistic every time. But Minecraft, for example, would not be super realistic because the style of Minecraft is that it is out of pixels. So every game will get near to perfect in the graphics which the game is popular for. Same goes for storylines and many other aspects of games. And that concludes the best case scenario.
There is also a worst side of what the gaming industry will look like in 2050. What is the first game that comes to your mind when you think of bad game design or bad community management? Is it Fortnite? Is it Garden of Banban? Might it even be this piece of shit? The quality will not see any improvements in any game genres, as FIFA 51 will be just a single line of code more than FIFA 13.
Hello, I like money.
Sales in fantasy sport games will sink to a detrimental all-time low and become the opus magnum of intentionally bad game tests. New titles will cost hundreds of euros at this rate, as the first quadruple price games are already releasing at 80 to 100 euros right this instance. Even though reports tell the difference between cost and quality of the experience, the prices get to inhuman and unreachable heights for all customers. And even when you pay in the first place to receive the game, a lot of games have paywalls. The best example for this is EA. EA is known for its high pay to win factor. That means you have to pay to be better than others. But the worst thing would be if the games are even paid to play. This means you have to pay for the game, and to play more you have to buy, for example, a premium pack in-game, and even then pay to get some more things you need. The genres of the games will shrink a lot, and there will be only a few genres left. This could be, for example, the Battle Royale genre. There will be only games like PUBG, Fortnite, Valorant, CS2, etc. Puzzle games or creative games like Portal or Minecraft would be dead and at some point be just deleted, because they need server capacity, which is taken from servers that can be used as Battle Royale servers. The problem that there will be only a few game genres left is due to a problem within the game studios itself. The amount of big gaming studios will shrink a lot. The reason for that can be that big studios buy up the more little ones and want them to make a game in a style they have never done before. When this game is flopping, then the studio is getting closed. This way there will be less game studios. When there are only big studios, other problems will be created. Game studios won't listen to their community's feedback and focus purely on making the biggest amount of gameplay possible to make money. This will result in the community leaving the games and switching to other games of the genre instead. Other result is also that the studio will be in a lot of hate. You can see, for example, Minecraft there. In a snapshot for the new 1.21 update, the copper buffs were invented, which had a custom 1 tick delay. What a tick is and what it does is hard to explain right now, but all you need to know is that it was a one-of-a-kind thing which would have made the redstone community better in a lot of different ways. But users reported that all redstone components have a 2 tick delay and the copper bulb only a 1 tick delay. And in the snapshot 23W46A, Mojang decided to change it from 1 to 2 ticks, what led to a lot of hate and criticism in the Minecraft community.
Okay, good, bad, all cool and stuff, but like, isn't this video about how it's actually gonna be? Dude, these damn YouTubers, they always make promises, but never ever...
Years 2050, Blizzard Entertainment had their third scandal this week, it's only Monday by the way, and finally released their next really good Call of Duty. The bank accounts are booming. Meanwhile, Rockstar Games is already drowning in money, which they made from pre-release sales. They also try and fix their whole game, which essentially turned out to be a buggy mess of beauty, named Grand Theft Auto 6. Valve still didn't come up with another game, but TF2 is running better than ever, particularly because of the rise of big streamers playing it. Half-Life 1 is being sold for horrendous amounts on eBay, because only a few systems can run it anymore. Microsoft just released Windows 15 and the Flight Simulator 2 New York Edition, but then our servers just had a big crash and the power went out in every city. What just happened? Did solitary players hack the government again? No! Did the Hawaiian air defense shoot rockets into all server rooms in the world? No! It's way worse. Mojang just announced Minecraft 2! This chunk of a reason for the lack of community support for the last game crashed into the market at a hefty price of 120 euros. But it's the best of all games ever released. The graphics are perfect, the game design is perfect, the sound effects are perfect, the player base is perfect, and the server connectivity is absolutely beautifully perfect. But you need a room filled to the brim with the best quantum computers physically possible to render just a single frame of gameplay within the amount of time until the heat death of the universe. Everyone talks about it, everyone loves it, but there is one big problem. It destroyed all other game studios because Microsoft bought up the whole industry and put it all into one big game. Jokes aside, gaming is fun. All of us would probably agree to this statement, but right now it looks relatively sad for all of us who won't be able to afford this hobby in the future, because everything associated with it will cost humongously. It's already not easy to be a young gamer with cyberbullying, effects on sleep and rest quality, and a big part of society looking down at you as the child who wasted their time. gaming tends to cost a lot more than most people are able to afford right now, with everything you have to pay for a proper experience. But there's a shimmer of hope in the darkness. Us gamers decide what gaming should be like. We have a voice, and if enough of us use it, we can change things to our needs and likings. We have the power to become and especially support indie developers. Young programmers need our help right now. The AI gets stronger by every day, stealing developers' jobs. All in all, gaming is still quite alright. And it is, even though it seems dark with AI in development. But let's face it, actual game design and the deep psyche of a human being will never be understood by any form of artificial intelligence. Developers still have the opportunity to make a living out of their passion, and quality games will most likely be played a fair amount, even 30 years from now. People are getting a bit mad at the prices and work environments, considering that Blizzard is still led by sexists and Microsoft is still the single most influential monopoly, because they bought up the best game studios just at the right time to make a lot of profit, yet somehow ruining every single fan base. You see a lot of battle passes and pay to win, or pay to play, or pay to customize, or pay to progress, or something like that, which can be seen as optional in many games though. In the end, it is still all about fun, and no one likes bad games.
This was our average sized video. I very much hope you enjoyed it, and now you are able to judge for yourself how the gaming industry will develop. I personally want to thank you for watching this video. A lot of effort was put into it. But remember, to stay indoors all day is pretty unhealthy. And we do it anyway.